So, welcome to Brickyard Week, and I have a great announcement. I will be making my second IndyCar Radio appearance tomorrow during practice for the I think it's not the GMR, it's the Gallagher Grand Prix at Indianapolis. Practice tomorrow starts at 9 a.m. I'll do about 10 minutes of practice on the radio. It is free to listen no matter where you are in the world, so there will be a link in the description. At 9 a.m. Eastern, listen to IndyCar Radio's coverage of practice because I will be on. So, it is a big, big day of news here in IndyCar land, so we are going to be talking about all of it today. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the coverage. I like to think that I try to do as much coverage possible of the IndyCar series here on YouTube, and I hope you guys are appreciating that, and one of the great ways to do that is hit that subscribe button. So number one, Juncos Hollinger Racing announced today that they have signed Callum Ilott to a multi-year extension. And in the press conference, they also confirmed that they are planning on adding a second car for the 2023 season. So gentlemen, start your speculation on that. Joseph Newgarden has been cleared to practice tomorrow, but not race as of right now. Here's the IndyCar statement that was released to the public. Following the event at Iowa Speedway and per IndyCar protocol, the driver of the number 2 PPG Team Penske Chevrolet, Joseph Newgarden, was evaluated this afternoon by IndyCar Medical Director Dr. Jeffrey Billows. The examination determined that Newgarden is cleared to participate in tomorrow's NTT IndyCar Series practice session on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. Newgarden will be reevaluated after the session to determine if he's cleared to resume all racing activities for the remainder of the Gallagher Grand Prix event. Newgarden himself had this to say, "I'll see you tomorrow on track. Thank you to the IndyCar medical team for taking such incredible care of me and to Team Penske for the unwavering support as always. It would take a small army to keep me down, and I've got an even bigger army behind me helping go forward." And by the way, just in case Joseph Newgarden cannot go, Santino Ferrucci is waiting in the wings to step in for Joseph Newgarden. Now, the Alex Palou drama, probably what you clicked on this video for and probably what you've been clicking on my channel for the last couple of weeks to watch. Now, obviously, yesterday we found out that Alex Palou is at the center of a lawsuit filed by Chip Ganassi Racing. And the word on the street is, by the way, there are more lawsuits coming, potentially involving both Arrow McLaren SP and McLaren themselves coming from Chip Ganassi Racing, though that has not been confirmed yet. But I would very much expect that that will be coming down the pipeline. Both he and his lawyers today have spoken about that lawsuit from Chip Ganassi Racing against Alex Palou and his management team. First, here is the statement from the lawyer that was sent to some of the media. "We are disappointed that Chip Ganassi Racing would attempt to keep Alex from an opportunity to compete in Formula One, and even more so with CGR's public court filings and continued commentary to the press on this matter. Alex has consistently given his very best effort to CGR, and it is unfortunate that CGR would attempt to deny Alex this opportunity. We would hope the parties can resolve this amicably, but if not, we look forward to resolving this matter in a private arbitration as CGR has requested." That is from Rachel E. Epstein, Alex Palou's lawyer. So, before I get to Alex Palou and his statements, because I have about 11 minutes of footage from the bullpen in which it was more like a hockey scrum. There were so many media, naturally, here at Indianapolis. This is the center of IndyCar media, and everybody had a camera, and everybody had a mic, including myself, pointing it at Alex Palou today. And certainly, it gets out into the weeds. There's not a whole lot that he said, obviously, with a lawsuit hanging over his head. But, the magic of video and the advantage of video is that you can see every facial expression, you can see body language, and you can interpret more from just the words. And I have to tell you that, one of the things I pride myself on when I speak to drivers is I don't mind asking tough questions, but I never really want to have an adversarial relationship with any driver. Ultimately, they're there to do a job, and I want to respect that. And, it's just tough to see Alex Palou in this situation. Certainly, whether he knew it or not, he signed up for this when he signed with McLaren, potentially for Formula One, as I kind of sussed out on day one, and the lawyer seems to have confirmed. But I felt really, I didn't feel good about the scrum today, and I know it's part of the job. And the reason I was there is that you guys needed to see and hear Alex Palou as he gave his statements on this situation. But there's no doubt about it that this is tough stuff, and I'm disappointed that it has gotten to this point. And full credit, I gotta say, to Alex Palou. If nothing else, the man has shown up to every press conference thus far and taken all the BS from the media, and that includes me. So here you go. Here's 10 minutes of Alex Palou answering rapid-fire questions.
Any other instance in my lifetime where that's happened, what does it feel like? What's the mindset going into this weekend, knowing you're going to court?
For sure there's been better weekends that you go to, but to be honest, it didn't really change much from Toronto. Now there's a lawsuit involved, but to be honest, I think that was already written since that day or that weekend, so it didn't change much from Toronto. I wish it was obviously better and I didn't have 15 cameras pointing at me now, but I cannot change it.
Did your managers tell you to expect, or did you know to expect when you put your name on a McLaren contract that this is where it would end, or this is where it would lead, or did you think there might have been an amicable decision made between team owners?
You always want to keep everybody happy and be amicable, but as we can see, it didn't work that way.
So now you're in this spot. What is life like internally? Is the 10 car on its own island? Are you still part of the group? How are you feeling?
Not that I know of. To be honest, it's all the same as how we work and stuff. At least it's been like that the past 2 weekends, and the preparation as well. I think I was yesterday at the simulator. I was yesterday at the simulator. We did the prep as normal. Obviously, we didn't talk too much about what we were doing, but I was doing stuff and just trying to get the car as better as possible for this weekend, for not only me but for everybody. And that's still the goal. The goal is not to be alone on one car and not talk to the teammates or not. I think the best interest for the team, and I firmly believe that, is that we can get 4 cars in the top 4, and they are working as they were before on my car and on myself.
Alex, is a part of being a professional that no matter what distractions you have in life, you have to get in the car and that's it. You go racing, you don't worry about anything else that's going on.
Yeah, obviously there's a bit more noise that a normal driver would get, but you get as ready as possible without being fully ready, obviously. It is what it is, and it's part of the job. And I just try and do the best I can on track.
How did you find out that you were being sued by your team?
I found out the night before you guys did, I guess. I knew.
Were you served? Did someone come to your house and bring you papers?
No, it was through my lawyers.
Okay.
So I guess they got it. I got the papers afterwards, but I got the papers.
Do you have any regrets how this was handled at all?
What do you mean?
Do you have any regrets about how this is kind of handled? Maybe you wish you would have done something different in this process?
I always want to keep everybody happy and not to create a mess, but I cannot change stuff, so.
Alex, what was your initial reaction when you heard about the lawsuit? What was going through your head?
To be honest, I was ready for it. As I said, I think everything exploded before Toronto, and from that moment I knew it was going to come. I didn't know if it was going to come in 3 days or 2 weeks, but I was ready for it.
Your lawyer's statement today, it specifically mentioned a chance at Formula One. Is that what this is about, or is there other issues? Is there money? Is there pay, salary? Like, what is the crux here of the issue?
I'm not going to comment on that.
Okay.
But I think what the lawyer said, and also what I said on my previous tweets or whatever, it's what I believe. So, yeah.
Alex, you mentioned trying to stay in the rhythm of being in the season, doing what you have to do. Also seen that from the Ganassi side, they have filed motions asking for everything to be quick, right? Let's get in, let's depose you, let's get documents from they want to try and wrap this up as quickly as possible. Tell me about the possibility of you sitting, being deposed, this kicking off not at the end of the season, but maybe going into Nashville and Gateway. I mean, you want to keep everybody happy, but this is not something that keeps everybody happy. You're going to be in the middle of this, away from the track here soon. Tell me about that.
To be honest, I understand that it's not something you say, it's okay, guys, and in 4 months we're gonna start everything. So obviously it's not the best moment for the championship, because we have a lot of races back to back, and it's gonna end quick, and we are fighting for this championship. But at the same time, as I said, I understand that it has to be done quickly.
Do you still believe you'll be a McLaren driver next year?
Or
in the family?
In the family, yeah.
Alex, have you had any conversations with Chip since all this?
No, not recently. Yeah, he was not in Iowa, so I haven't spoken to him.
Is that something you would like to do at some point to
I have
clear
no
the air?
issues to talk to people, as you can see now. But I don't know if he's going to be here this weekend or not. He normally is, so I have no issues to talk to him. It's not like I'm going to avoid him at all.
You came on last year. People started to get to know you. You became very likable, popular. Are you concerned at all about your image or what people might be thinking about you now because of the way this is playing out?
Not really. I mean, for sure there's opinions, but at the end of the day, the only people that knows the truth, it's my people and obviously Ganassi's people. But the rest, they can have an opinion, but they don't really know the facts and what I think, what they say, what I say. So I think once everything just resolves, people is gonna have another opinion, or they're gonna keep the same one. But I don't think. I'm not afraid of people thinking that I'm a monster for being in the middle of this, because at the end of the day, they don't really know what's going on. And also for the other side, like the side that is just supporting me and criticizing other people, I don't think that's fair, because they don't really know what's going on at the end of the day.
Well, just tell us what's going on.
I wish I could. I can't.
Alex, you have not had any conversations with Chip Ganassi, but have you spoken to Zach Brown or anyone from McLaren since all this came out?
No.
I know you've moved and have a home, started a life here in the United States. Would you like to someday move back to Spain? I know you have lots of family there. Is that something that intrigues you, or something that you would like?
Well, I'm from Spain and I love my country, but I'm also, as you said, I moved here this year, especially because I had the cows and I don't have any more in Spain. So I don't know what the future is gonna bring, but I'm living here and I'm happy so far.
Alex, you said you're prepared to drive for McLaren next year. If a judge says otherwise, if the judge says Ganassi has the binding contract on you, are you prepared to honor whatever that contract says? Would you ask Chip for some release? I mean, something separate from a lawyer, because at this moment, one person's going to decide.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I don't know.
I mean, I think you said back in Toronto, like ultimately you have the power to drive or not drive. Like Chip may end up having a contract on you in 2023, but I think you'd said then that you feel like you have the power to. I mean, someone can't force you to get in a race car and can't force you to drive in a race. Is that accurate from your standpoint?
Yeah, well, I meant more like from my management and the people around me. Like, I have full power to decide where I want to race and stuff. So yeah, nothing else to say. Like, I don't know.
No slavery contract.
All right.
What does that mean? Like,
No, they didn't sign you to be a slave.
oh no, not that I know.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Check
Yeah.
your clauses. Check your clauses.
Are you happy with how your management has handled everything? You know, based on everything that's happened.
So far, yeah, no issues. I have people that's been around with me for a long time, and I know they care about me, and they'll do everything that it's best for me and my interest and for my career. So, yeah.
Can you win the championship?
Yeah, it's tough. With my performance in Iowa on Sunday, it's tough. But we are, I don't know, 60-something points behind. It's a lot of points, but at the same time, we saw Palou from having 2 good races that everybody was calling him out, and now suddenly he's part of the deal, right? So, yes, and now especially with the races, the tracks we have left, I think it's more my style. I knew that actually the worst place for me, especially going back to back, and we didn't do the job I said I wanted to do, which was 2 top 10s. We failed on that, but we were super strong here on qualifying, then did a mistake on the race, but hopefully it's sunny. So.
But you don't think the noise around all this can get in your way of winning a championship?
No. And I think it's gonna be awesome when I win. So